Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another Kickstarter review for you today that is sort of on a camera. Let's get into it. Alright, so as you guys know, if you've watched these before, I have my trusty iPad here, so if I'm looking down, don't be alarmed. That's what I'm looking down at. Today we're looking at the XBOT AI-powered sports tracking phone mount. Now, you're going to see in this campaign that they mention the word camera a lot. I was confused by this, but I think I've got it cleared up, and I want to get a copy of this product so that we can test. So I'm going to be reaching out to them today or tomorrow, because as a filmmaker, I also do other things in my life. I don't just make videos. I play a lot of soccer, and my 3 children play soccer avidly. We are a big soccer family, so this would actually be a perfect piece of equipment for me to test out, just because I am into cameras and stuff, as you know, but also the other half of our time is spent doing soccer, and I've been wanting something that I could record my kids' games with, not only just for archival purposes, but as they get older, especially my daughter, she's really getting into the game and wants to know how to play better. So this would be really cool for us to use in reviewing her gameplay. So without further ado, let's get into the campaign. So right here on the home page, you can actually see their pledge goal was $5,000. They had another product, I think it was a gimbal, a sports gimbal they called it, that they were successful with. So this isn't their first Kickstarter campaign, if you will. They have 803 backers as of recording this video, and there's 13 days to go. So if you're watching this, you've got 13 days to jump on if you want to. So we're going to scroll down here to the story. We're just seeing some images of, and you can see right there, so the phone actually mounts on top of this, but there is a lens. We're going to get into that. The lens itself is actually, from what I understand, is being used for the AI tools and the tracking that is communicating with the phone. So this is not the first camera or mount system like this that uses like LiDAR and AI in order to see and then move or swivel the pan head so that your phone is actually capturing the actual video, which I'm not mad about, because sometimes in these things it seems like the camera, you're stuck with the camera. Like the Vivo is one, it's that big green triangle looking one that they use for sports. I heard the cameras are good in those, but then again, you're stuck with it. If you're like me and you have the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which I did do a video on, I'll put in the description, that camera is unbelievable. So if I have the ability to use that camera, right, and use whatever focal length I want on that system, that's a game changer. But we don't really know how it's going to work, and I think some testing is going to need to be done for this camera, because the information in here is a little different. But anyway, we'll go back. How about we play the video? I think would be a good idea. Let's see. We're playing the video real quick.
The all-new XBOTGO 2, an AI-powered auto tracking system.
So you can see it in use. You can see this big goofy guy jumping around. There's their gimbal, their first campaign, I guess, or one of their first campaigns. There's the XBOT. You can see it's got the lens on the front, which, like I said, isn't actually capturing the footage from what I understand. And I'm almost 100% on that, because why would you need to mount the phone, right? So there's the phone being mounted. Not a big fan of these shots, because you can tell it's video and video. It's not real. I get it. For production purposes, it was easy. They get it done. It's not that it's wrong. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather see some real footage of it in use, even if it's like at the warehouse or something. Cool graphics, but what does it mean? Saying it can track the ball like in golf. Here, I didn't like the language to use. It said that it will do its best to track 2 people. If it can, say it. If it can't, don't. That's just my opinion. This isn't a direct reflection of the company either, because it's just one video, right? And they're just trying to hype people up for the Kickstarter, and I get that. So there's the guy mounting it to that. We're going to talk about a lot of this video here in a second. So you can track the players, all that good stuff. You see the lens again. It's got the cool little tracking graphic, which I don't know. You're not going to get that exact graphic whenever the thing comes out. But so it can stream to all these different platforms they're claiming, and I'm guessing this is through their app. And I was an owner of the Sling Studio, if you guys remember that system. Sling Studio was really good. It kind of only had like one iteration and then just kind of died off, unfortunately. I think they had a good thing going, and I still see people out there on the Facebook groups and whatnot are still using Sling Studio. But yeah, it's the same type of technology, right? It's going to push through their app to all these live places. Now, this was a feature that we'll talk about a little bit that I thought was interesting, creating highlight clips for you. If that works well or semi-well, similar to like another AI tool like Opus Clip that goes through and analyzes your video and picks like the best parts, that's a game changer for me. I would really enjoy that, to be able to like record my kid's game on a Saturday morning and then put the highlights out that evening to show my friends and family. It's actually pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, and I would really, really like that. So they're showing some 360 capabilities for like dance and stuff, which this thing could be used for a lot more than sports, guys. If you're a content creator and you're using, say, the iPhone 15 or an iPhone, it doesn't have to be that one, but dude, the 15 Pro Max, that's where it's at. This could be a really big game changer for a lot of different people in a lot of different areas. But let's keep going through there. We already looked at these pictures right here. This is just kind of the introduction of it, and we'll read some of these like hot graphics that they've got here just so you have them. Live stream and cloud storage, so that's pretty cool. Of course, that's where they'll get their in-app purchases and extra revenue coming from. 360 follow, just pretty cool. It's not limited to any degrees. It'll go all the way around, which could come in handy in different, like I said, dance scenarios, but even like content creation. If you wanted to be able to set up your tripod and vlog, but also walk around say a museum and in a 360 motion and talk, that would be super handy. So up to 20 sports, I guess that means like the algorithm has studied up to 20 sports. Gesture recognition, not sure what that is. That's probably like, let's say somebody shoots a free throw, right? It's gonna recognize that, and then that would be communicated when it's doing like highlights and stuff, and maybe like when the ball goes in, it knows that. Mark and edit and remote control. That's pretty cool. It does come with a remote. We're going to get into that in just a second. Super XBOT Vision 2.0. That's, I guess, referring to their tracking algorithm. Monitor with an Apple Watch. Interesting. That's going to come up here a little bit later, because I do have some confusion about if my iPhone is mounted to this thing and I hoist it 25 or 20 feet in the air, how am I then supposed to do controls like start the live stream or press record for that matter? I guess the remote is how you're gonna do that, and that's totally fine, but also monitoring would be important to me, because I don't want to just put it up in the air and then hope that it worked and everything was cool. I want to be able to see it. So if there's some kind of like where I could use this iPad, some kind of visual remote to where I could actually monitor it, that would be ideal for me. They've got some photos here of using it on different courts and whatnot. Automatically capture over 20 sports scenes, designed to excel in versatile sports scene tracking. This innovative device automatically follows and captures one or two players in the various activities. Sorry guys. So yeah, let's see. Sports tracking, more of those graphics. This is all just painted on, guys. This is not looking at it through the app, and I can just tell you that. I just know it's not, which is totally fine for this. Not a big deal. A lot of times they put these things out before some of the features are done, and that's why it's Kickstarter, right? It's all good. We do get some pictures of it in use. Some of the same stills that came out of the video. AI-powered editing, auto editing. Okay, there's a photo of their app right there. And that's honestly like one of the things I'm really interested in, is those highlights. Even if it can get it kind of like Opus Clip or Munch or something, even if it can get it close to like cut out some of the work, and I go in there and adjust the in and out points, maybe, you know, do some kind of short edit or cutting and combining of clips. I think that's really cool. The live stream is another big one. Like with a system like this, to not be able to live stream it is kind of pointless, because all the other companies are doing that. And it is a big draw in this niche of video. More information about the way you can capture and store. It says video cloud storage, something that I'm not, as a video creator, I don't have a huge need for that, but for somebody out there who's not used to like piling up hard drives and figuring out where to store their footage, this could be useful. And if it's streamlined well enough, it actually could be useful to me. I could have a separate Google Drive set up to where every game is just put in there automatically, and then I don't have to do any sneaker netting or moving of the files. Ultra wide angle AI lens. So this is referring to that lens that you saw on the front. And like I said, it doesn't capture footage, to my understanding. It's there to do all the algorithmic, I can't say that word. It's there to do all of the math and see the people and know where to pan. And then your phone itself is going to be set up to do the capturing. Now that, where I talked about the focal lengths earlier, I'm not sure how that would work, and that's why I would want to be able to monitor my phone, and not just from my watch, okay? I would like to be able to monitor it from an iPad, would be super ideal. Advanced AI Sports Analysis Engine. So this is like and the guy in the video at the very beginning, you guys go back and watch it, he talks about how it took him 3 years to perfect the algorithm. So that's what that's talking about. They've got a certain chip they're using for that, which is pretty cool. Again, guys, I like seeing behind the scenes stuff, so whether that's fake or real, it's really cool. Effortless setup, which is nice. They're just hitting on the main things. Here's the app. See, the app's going to be the kicker, because, well, the whole system's going to be the kicker in terms of whether this thing's awesome or not awesome. Because I think in combination, if all this works and the iPhone 15 Pro, this is going to be badass. If one area falls off and the app's a big one, not going to be too good. But I'll read through some of the app features here. The AI Sports algorithm, which we talked about. Set zoom. Okay. That's a question. Like, okay, set zoom on what? On my phone? On that camera? We're gonna see. I guess we're gonna figure it out. Set angle. Again, whoops, my bad. Again, setting the angle. What does that mean? Am I setting the angle on my iPad? Or my phone? Like, what's going on? Set auto tracking. That's pretty self-explanatory. Like, obviously, we're gonna be like picking who we want to track, which is gonna be handy and ideal if you're like trying to follow one child, in my case, or a whole team, if you just want to be able to zone in on somebody, I guess. And just interesting too, if it's doing it with the iPhone and I could monitor and pull focus, could I set this in cinematic mode 2x and like get some really not really cinematic, but some like cinematic footage while I'm out there? Interesting to see. We're gonna check it out. 4K recording. See, I'm getting so confused, guys. Like, it says 4K recording, so that tells me that the camera does record, but why am I putting my phone on the top? I don't understand. Live stream, talked about that. Auto highlight generation. So they have a 1-year warranty, global shipping, lifetime customer support, no subscription, no hidden fees or subscriptions. That's a little weird. For cash flow purposes, like, it seems like you would build that into the back end, like let people record for free because they've already bought the system. But if they want to live stream, it seems like you would have to pay something. As featured on some different news outlets. I'm sure that's just articles and whatnot. I don't think they've actually used this for like an ESPN game or anything like that. But that, if I'm doing the marketing for this, I understand why that's there. Following the success of the gimbal that they had, that they shipped, it looks like, to 90 plus countries, 34,000 people. And they've got some videos of that gimbal, different influencers, I guess, reviewing that in different countries. So that's kind of cool. Okay, doing these sky shots. Here's what I was talking about. If I'm going 12 feet up in the air, how do I know what's going on up there? Like, I'm all about this, and I think it's needed, but with the Vivo, like, you connect with your iPad, so you can actually monitor, pull focus, stop, record, change your white balance, or whatever have you. Now, I've never used that. I'm just going off of other videos I've seen people use it. Bluetooth controller seems like a must, right? If you're hoisting it up in the air. Control the Apple Watch. Just from that one photo, I see a record button, a playback button. If that's the only way to do it, I'm kind of glad I have an old Apple Watch sitting over there. It's the Generation 1. It's funny, I sold that on eBay and the guy sent it back. So I still have it. If anybody out there wants an Apple Watch, let me know. Maybe we'll give that thing away. Who wants that though? It's a generation 1. Who knows if it would even be compatible with this. So we've got some reviews you can read. Bundle options. All right, so here's where your rewards are going to come in. You've got a stand. It's actually just a basic compact stand. So, you know, you can get those on eBay, and you could probably get an even more sturdy and taller one if you wanted to. So you get the compact stand. There's a remote. There is the actual head system. They're calling it a tripod. Yeah, I guess it is a tripod in a way, but it's just a compact stand. So you've got all the bundles here: the starter bundle, portable bundle, elite bundle, all-inclusive bundle. Well, it looks like you get a tripod and the compact stand. Like I said, man, they got to just send me this thing. I got to take this out to the field, and we just got to try this thing out at a game. Probably a practice first and then a game. Of course, you got the timeline, project timeline, which we're in the mass production is going to be April 24th. Distribution is May, so it's coming. I'm going to hit them up today and try to get this thing. So here's our specs. You got the dimensions, the weight. I'm looking for something that means something to me. Not much. Maybe the battery capacity. 7,800. 7,800 what? Who knows? All right, so here's like some more behind the scenes and just showing the development, which is cool. I actually like that kind of stuff. I like seeing a little bit behind the curtain. So they've obviously been working on this thing. They're showing the manufacturing center. Of course, you got their social links, and that is pretty much the end of that. The use of AI is a very bottom disclaimer. It looks like my project is not raising funds for AI tools, nor am I using content. Okay, that's just a disclaimer, just saying this is not like an AI driven, or not an AI campaign, rather. It does have AI driven features though, don't be fooled. Yeah guys, that is the Kickstarter review. Like I said, I'm going to reach out to them and try to get that camera system or that mount system. It's weird because the very top, they call it a mount for smartphone, but then they reference the word camera all over the place. So not mad, especially if I can get my hands on it. Then I myself am a big boy. I can figure it out. I can set it up, and yeah, we'll get some footage on it if it records. If not, we'll get some footage on that awesome iPhone Pro Max. But anyway, that does it for this Kickstarter review video. If you guys enjoy these for entertainment or get value out of them, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. We are up to 413 followers or subscriptions at this point, and I really appreciate it, guys. When I see comments of people saying this really helped me or this was super valuable, that's where I get my satisfaction from. So thank you so much, because when I'm serving people, I feel like I'm useful in this world. So thank you guys. And without further ado, I'm going to let you go. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.